here the pump is running in direction 1. Potentiometer says 30% on the dial. We're drawing just 5 amps of power. Pump behaving perfectly normally. Now I'll switch to direction 2. Again, the dial set to 3. And you can see we're running up to 18 amps. And over with no flip. I've turned it off. I'll try turning it up very slightly again. Again, nothing. To confirm, back to direction 1, which is the direction the impeller's in right now, and it will very easily break its seal with the pump head and begin pumping. Here we can hear it pumping now. Okay, but if I turn it back to direction 2, the impeller does not flip out. Here it went, finally. Now, speed pot's still at setting 3, and we're running essentially the same amps we were before. Now I'll go back to direction 1, attempt to flip the impeller again. Dial turned up to 3, and no flip. Now I have the dial turned all the way up. Turn it back down. Try to start slowly again. No flip still, nothing happening whatsoever. Turn it back to direction 2. Let it run for a second. There we can hear it running. Now let's turn it off again. Set to direction 1. And no flip. Turn it off. Just turn it back on for a sec here. Right now I'm slowly turning up the dial on the remote control. Not really getting anything here. Eventually we'll load up enough faults, or get close enough to a fault that this drive will finally fault out. But it doesn't seem to mind letting the pump run up very high. There we go. Now this is running. I switched it back to the right direction. Now we can go back to direction 1 again. Still trying to get this to flip. We've seen it flip once, but we've also seen about 15 tries here. So really wondering what we can do to there. See, now it just flips perfectly. Didn't even break 10 amps to get it to turn that time. So I think you can understand why we're confused. And we flip back over to 2. Let's try and get it to flip direction again. Finally flipped there on 16 amps. Turn that guy down. Come back to direction 1. Slowly turning up the remote control. Finally broke right there at about 18 amps. Flip direction back again. Slowly building. See, we are overloading now. It's going to try and bring us back down to 19 for a current fault. Now very easily gets going. So I guess one of our major questions here is also going to be whether or not this is normal behavior. I've switched the remote again. I just didn't show you this time. Trying to get it to run all the way up. Again here, you'll see we'll temporarily overload. And begin dropping back down. We'll get under 19, which is our stated draw. You can really feel the shaft of the motor trying to go, but not able to do what it needs to do. And get a major jolt when the pump is turned off. You can hear the vibrations. And normally, right after that jolt, we don't have much trouble getting this to flip directions. So I wonder if that's normal. Go back the other direction again here. So we want to know if this is normal behavior. If it is normal behavior, then we do need to discuss it, I think. It's very difficult for us to tell our customers to expect. Anyway, I think you get the idea here, so.